Like, it's not. Now, if I said like 800 for it, I would be impressed. But then again, I mean, it's still by body weight percentage. It's quite good.
I haven't been to the gym in so long because my whole job is just physical.
Go to the gym, bro. It's good for you.
I don't go to the gym every day. It's called work.
Go to the gym, bro.
Not anymore. I'm too old now.
Bro, you're never too old for the gym.
I work.
Go do a boxing gym. It's fun.
Boxing gym. I work in a physical trade. By the time I get home, I'm fucking dead.
Dude, go to the boxing gym. It's
Now
fun.
that I'm like, at the end of life, which is 30.
At 30?
At
Okay.
the end of life?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 30 in October.
Yeah.
And that's fucking.
That is not the end.
For-
Bro,
for-
what are you doing?
For a tradesman, that's the end.
I'm on to the part where I'm not climbing up the steel anymore. I'm just, maybe I'm on the ground rigging stuff or doing bolt up.
Yeah, so you're not even working out anymore. You're senior enough.
No, I am, but only till October.
Go to the gym.
Once I hit October, then yeah, I gotta cut all that shit out.
Then you're going to have to go to the gym, bro.
Maybe I will.
Get on some creatine. Go to the gym.
I don't fucking need creatine. I'm on maple syrup.
Bro, creatine's good for you.
Bro, I'm on maple syrup.
That's just sugar, bro. That doesn't
It's
even
creatine. It's Canadian creatine. Like, I don't know how else to explain
Literally
this to you.
just that's like pre-workout. That's not creatine.
It's
Two
like,
different functions, my friend.
buddy, we snort maple syrup. It's our Canadian cocaine.
I mean, true. I prefer actual cocaine, but you know.
You haven't tried maple syrup cocaine.
Yeah, I haven't actually.
It's where they put cocaine and then roll it into maple syrup. Like a beaver tail. Have you ever had a beaver tail?
Yeah. So.
You never had a beaver tail?
No, not a bad idea. I just never thought of doing that with fucking cocaine and maple syrup. You know.
Yeah, well, you haven't done cocaine in Canada.
This is true. I haven't. So.
I'll have to crash their party.
I think I would prefer not to do cocaine. I don't think that would work out very well for me.
Okay, well, do you want to snort some maple syrup, perhaps?
I suggest you wait for Denry Ailes' return.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a terrible.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't think there's anything that could really go.
There's literally no ill health effects from snorting maple syrup.
Bullshit.
Okay, well, our whole country has been around for a long fucking time, and...
I mean, so has a lot of alcoholics. That doesn't mean it's good for you. But at the same time, I can't think of any negative health effects.
Exactly, you can't think of anything ill health
I mean,
effects.
outside of it, like getting a stuffed nose from it, because you probably would.
You can you can snort through that.
I mean, I've seen guys get some pretty fucked up noses just from like snorting like cut shit with like Tylenol.
Well, who the fuck cut? Well, yeah, you're fucking
yeah,
snorting Tylenol. That's fucking crazy.
No,
Maple syrup is a liquid.
They had shitty dealers because they didn't know who to buy.
Well,
from.
don't snort
And
Tylenol,
would-
Jesus Christ.
No. Let me finish my fucking sentence, bro. So you would the shitty dealers when you want to make money and you're cheap. Instead of cutting coke with Adderall like a normal dealer, right?
What the?
You would cut coke with crushed up Tylenol.
You got people up there cutting coke with anything but maple syrup?
I would normally, hypothetically speaking, cut it with Adderall because it has a similar enough effect, and it's very hard to tell that.
You have ADHD? What do you need Adderall for? Holy fuck!
No. Adderall. Have you never done Adderall, bro?
No, man. I just told you I've only done maple syrup.
Well, it's very similar. It's a stimulant, bro. It has a similar effect.
So is maple syrup.
Maple syrup is not a stimulant. That's sugar, you fucking.
It's a stimulant. It makes you fucking alert.
Sugar does not count as a stimulant.
It's not just sugar, man. It comes from a tree.
Yeah, I know.
It's nature. It's not. It's a stimulant.
Yes.
It's an upper, not a downer.
No, it's sugar. It's
And guess what else comes from the bottom?
literally just
Hey,
pure
hey.
glucose.
Guess what also comes from the bottom of those trees? Magic fucking mushrooms, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing. It's all natural here.
But yeah, no, you would cut coke with Adderall because they have similar effects.
That
It's
sounds
hard to tell that
insane.
it's cut. Well, it's very hard to tell that it's cut because it has such similar effects. It's slightly less potent than the pure, but it's a lot less. Like if you cut it 50-50, it will feel like something. You feel like it was something cut like 90-10 coke. You know, 90% coke instead of 50-50.
I'm gonna advise you not to take coke with Adderall.
No, I would never do it.
But how do you know what it feels like then?
From the people I sold them to.
Man, you got a little high on your own supply. Don't lie.
No, I did not get high on my. Well,
You had to test it. I know you did. Don't lie to me.
Possibly, but I didn't test the cut. I'm going to snort the pill. What do you mean? Why would I snort cut?
Man, I don't know. You tell me.
People snort cut when they can't get non-cut, my friend.
I guess. I don't know.
Adderall is your best bet if you're going for cut, you know?
Well, how do you get the Adderall? Because I thought that was like a ADHD prescription.
Exactly.
That seems harder to get than Coke. You gotta have a prescription.
Not at all.
Okay.
There's so many people with that prescription who don't
Just don't take it. They just sell it, right?
Well, they normally take a bit, but they get prescribed.
Well, look, if you're selling drugs, I can get you pure maple syrup if you want to cut it with that.
Okay. I'm sure you can get me pure maple syrup, but so can the maple trees.
Buddy.
Why is it that every Canadian friend I've ever made
is
also
obsessed with maple syrup? And
Because that's our whole economy, okay? Like, fuck me for, like, dealing in my economy. We don't deal with money. Have you seen our money? It's monopoly money. It's monopoly money. And it's not real because the real currency is maple syrup.
Mixed checks out.
Odd. You come here. You're gonna come here one day on a vacation, or just come here because you have to, and you're gonna be like, oh, here's my American dollars. You're like, here's my American dollars. You're gonna look at you like, okay, one, it doesn't come from Monopoly board, and two, yeah, I'll deal in maple syrup with that. And you're gonna be like, what do you mean I don't have maple syrup? And they're gonna be like, okay, time to go.
Against house risk would get both of you killed.
Actually, I think you get a kick out of this. Fucking one time, my dad was driving through Canada, right? And he was going a little bit of a speed, right, on a highway, and a cop pulled him over and was like, "Yo, bro, you know you're going like 110 kilometers per hour, right?" My dad just looks at him, blank face, and says, "What the fuck is a kilometer?" Thoughts?
I mean, that makes sense. He's probably going miles. He probably saw like like a 70 kilometers an hour. And he's like, oh, miles per hour.
Exactly.
He just saw 70. He was like, yep.
Exactly what he was doing. That was exactly what he was doing.
But also, if he gets a ticket here, he doesn't have to pay it.
I know. He knew.
Buddy, if I get a ticket in another province, I don't have to pay it.
He knew that. I think the cop knew it too, so you know.
If risk is so abhorrent, why let them?
I got a speeding ticket in Saskatchewan, but I live in Nova Scotia, and none of them are connected. It's not province, like it's only province. It's not Canada wide. So I never paid it, and it never followed me. Because when you get a speeding ticket,
Literally, Canada literally have the Skyrim system, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I've never heard it summed up better. Exactly.
Canada literally has the
It literally does, because our internet cannot connect Canada wide. We can't connect all of our provinces.
Literally.
We're literally. Have you ever seen the show Little House on the Prairie? That's us.
assassins. I'll make sure they remember my visit.
You gladden my heart. I'll leave you alone.
So anyway, V, like, are you in that 3-person apartment yet, or?
Yo.
Are you gonna get there before like October, or?
Oh hell no,
Maybe like next
Hopefully
week?
by next year.
What if we all like pull together, like maybe October then?
I'm getting hopefully either a house or a condo. I don't want to be perpetually renting for the rest of my fucking
Yeah,
life.
you see, you buy the 3-person apartment and you rent to both of us, and then that will pay the mortgage.
The problem is, you can't just rent to me. You're also gonna have to fake marry me, because I can't stay in the country without a visa. You don't have to talk to me or love me, I just need to get there.
That last part probably ain't gonna happen, sorry. Not from me.
Dang it, Bobby.
Yo. I'll just bring you down on vacation, and we'll do the military strategy of hooking you up with a stripper.
Look, I've had my share of Canadian strippers. I don't know about the American strippers.
Gay marriage
Is that still a thing in Florida?
I mean, technically. Legally.
DeSantis hasn't axed that yet?
No.
In Florida?
He's too busy in a pissing match with Disney.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm sure if I just come to Florida on vacation, I could definitely find some fucking crackhead to marry me for the visa in Florida.
To be fair, there's already like been like
Okay, V, well, we're me this. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna say, hey, guess what? Yeah, I need your visa, but also, if you get really sick, I got free healthcare, so dual citizenship, so it's a win-win.
I mean, I'm probably gonna have fairly good healthcare with this.
Well, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about somebody else in Florida.
Just.
Oh.
Could work. I mean, you're better off probably like trying that in Michigan or like some border state to the where.
I have little standards. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
You don't want a Northern New York stripper, bro?
No, Canadian strippers are so much better. I don't want an American stripper.
This is very true. Northern New York strippers are disgusting.
Yeah.
I do not speak from experience, of V.
Actually, you might be able to pick somebody up in Tampa.
You could 100%.
I 100% believe
okay
that.
With not
having standards.
If you're okay with not sleeping with them, because if you do, you might get an STD.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Okay, well in Canada we call them STIs now.
Yeah, we still call them STDs.
And I wish we did too, but Canada is fucked, and we decided disease sounded too vulgar, so we wanted to go with infection because we wanted it to sound like it can be cured, even though it can't.
Hey, no, it can be cured. What do you mean?
Not all of them.
It cures itself eventually.
Herpes is a disease that keeps on giving.
It does eventually cure itself, technically.
Yeah, once you die, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. That would be curing itself. They're no longer infected.
There is ways that it will cure AIDS. Same thing, you know.
Well, remember, the best part about AIDS is you can't catch it twice.
I mean, that is a glass half full approach.
Bro, you always just have to look at the bright side of something, you know? Your life will be so much better. I'm just a very optimistic person in general. So
And that's what you're teaching me.
Yeah. Right, CJ?
Yeah, sure.
I'm the most optimistic person she knows.
That true?
Yeah. Just like I'm the nicest person Shadow knows.
That sounds legit.
Yeah.
Honestly, you are more optimistic than a lot of my friends.
That
He's-
says a lot
Just
about your
terrifying.
friends, not about me.
He's got that youthful
Yeah.
energy.
That says a lot about your friends.
Who are you hanging out with?
Bad influences.
Sounds like
Yeah,
it.
That's
to be
coming
fair-
from me.
To be fair, I don't hang out with most of them anymore.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah,
Right?
they seem like such happy and upbeat people. I wonder, did any of them discourage you from gaining weight?
I mean, my weight was more of like a running joke. It was more like,
Ah,
oh, I could stand, like them talking about like, oh, I could stand to like lose some weight, and it was like a running joke of like, oh, give
Lose
some to me
some
when you
weight?
do.
yes, anorexia as a running joke, always fun.
No, well, them trying to lose weight. And,
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the joke being that they give some to me.
Well, I know your friend group. I was just wondering if any of them were body positive types who were healthy in any size.
Yeah, no, very much so. Yes.
That
Oh,
is
they were.
healthy.
Ah, but they weren't. They didn't
It's-
actively
okay.
discourage you or others from changing theirs.
They didn't actively like discourage me from gaining weight. It was.
But they didn't encourage it.
Yeah.
Ah, that type.
They should have just sent you down to Canada to eat poutine every night.
Poutine's really good.
Poutine make you gain weight. I don't care if you can't gain weight or
This is
no.
true.
What the fuck is poutine?
How do you
What the
know?
fuck? You're fucking joking, right?
No, she's not.
No.
'Cause most Southern
You don't know what the fuck poutine is? Like, they have to have poutine in America.
Is it like spam or some shit?
Spam? What the?
No, nothing even close.
Like, my fucking brain is burnt.
No,
I can't even. I can't even. I can't even talk right now. Holy. What the? Are you?
No,
I
she's
can't-
serious.
I'm just.
How,
Ah,
hold on, like.
get it.
How do you spell it?
You-
How, like,
What? How do you spell it? Who the fuck care? Have you? You've literally never heard of poutine?
No, that's
Yeah.
an olden thing, bro. That's an olden thing.
I can't even fucking. Oh my.
That's a northern thing.
I'm not.
bro.
I'm not joking. Like, I'm flabbergasted.
Actually, honestly, that's more of just a Canadian thing. I've only had it because of being up in Canada so often.
What the fuck?
It's really good though.
spell it so I can look it up. Cause if it'll help me gain weight, I'm totally all for it.
I'm just trying to gather my fucking thoughts right now. Ugh. Jesus Christ.
Poutine.
I gotta breathe. One
Oh,
sec. I
sorry,
gotta
what?
breathe.
What did you say?
Poutine.
Poutine is fries, gravy, cheese curds, and then you can customize it with like fucking pulled pork or whatever the fuck you want, or
Like
ground
pork
beef,
is on-
anything.
Wait. Stop. I've had this before. I just
Oh.
didn't know what it was.
No, you didn't. You didn't have. You didn't know. If you didn't know what it was, you didn't have actual poutine. You had a variation of it. You never had fucking poutine. Don't fucking start with your bullshit.
Well, she has been up to the north. She might have had it at a restaurant or something up in the north.
I don't believe her at all.
It's a possibility.
If she had it once, she'd fucking know what it was.
I mean, it is really good.
It's our national food dish.
Fucking Canadians with their syrup and poutine and fucking Timmy's.
Oh my god.
I can't. I
This
She's-
looks like it's going to give me diabetes.
You could use some diabetes. let's be
Diabetes? It's
honest
not
here.
that. It's fried food. It's not sugar. It's diabetes. It's not. It's fried. It's fried food. Americans love fried food.
Sorry, it's gonna give me a stroke in like 2 weeks.
Oh my god, it won't.
You'd be fine.
I've
It's
been
not deep
I've been
fried
eating
Oreos.
poutine for 29 years.
What the fuck?
Not 30.
30 in October.
Oh, okay. So it'll be yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Trying to imagine an infant eating poutine.
What do you mean?
Literally,
It's
my
for
first
Canadians.
meal was fucking poutine, and I
maple
washed it
syrup.
down with maple
And
syrup.
probably some coffee from Timmy's.
Okay, this
I don't
is
drink
making me
coffee.
So extra though.
Why I'm so extra? What the fuck does that mean?
This is just a normal Canadian. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not extra. I'm fucking pretty chill for my country.
This is just normal Canadian behavior.
I would be considered boring and lame.
They're strange.
And
they're
like
strange
people
species.
people talk to me like, "Oh, why don't you have any personality?" I'm sorry. This is how Canadian. This is a fucking boring person in Canada.
Standard Canadian.
It's what it's all about.
You forgot the A.
Not there yet. We don't say A over everything. Just when we're like, "Hey, you seen this A? How about that Taylor Swift A?"
Seen much better. I can definitely tell you, what is it? East Coast Canadian though.
Oh
The
yeah,
accent. The accent's pretty heavily East Coast.
it's heavily
So
East Coast accent. What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm more used to the
Just certain words come out, eh?
Yeah, a few of the words just sound different than the Ontario Windsor accent, or even the I'm used to the Ontario accent.
Oh, fuck.
Because when I think Canadian, I think Ontario accent. Because Quebec accent is just fucking.
Well, that's
butchered
French. That's a fucking
Yeah,
French
yeah.
accent.
Yeah, it's butchered French. Don't give them credit.
No, actually, I was in France and literally, the fucking guy, one of the guys I met in the bar there, spoke English, told me that the people from Quebec, you would think of it as a backwoods redneck accent. Like it's not actually French. It's like a
Yeah, I
slang
know.
French.
It's like Chilean in Spanish.
It's like if you lived in America and then you met someone from Alabama who spoke English.
I heard it more compared to.
That's what he told me. That's literally the analogy he gave me.
So the French soldiers, because I knew a French soldier. Do not ask me why he did this. Okay.
Okay.
He was Don't ask me why. Okay. Double major from France joined the U.S. military as a enlisted.
Okay, say that again.
A double major, one of which was in mathematics, and I think I'm fairly certain the other was in physics. So double major in that.
Okay.
He had a mental illness by any chance.
Join. No, he didn't. Heavy French accent, but nothing else. I mean, that's kind of a mental illness, but he was French.
From Canada?
Um,
Okay, yeah.
But no, from France, joined the U.S. military.
Why?
But we have yet to figure this out. Okay, no one managed to figure it out, but he did do it. And he was our Seaburn NCO. So he was the guy who dealt with the chemical weapons shit.
You let a Frenchman deal with chemical weapons?
It was fine. It's not like we.
It was fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's the most boring job in the military. Anyways.
It sounds, yeah, it might be the most boring job. It sounds pretty important.
Yeah, probably. But
Yeah, we don't care about that.
if they're going to use chemical weapons, they're going to use nerve gas, and we'll all be dead anyways. The gas mask doesn't fucking protect you. That shit goes through your skin. And it takes less than a minute. So, anyways, no one gives a fuck because if you're going to get hit by chemical weapons, you're dead anyways.
But he was on your side, so.
Well, yeah, no. But like, if we got hit by chemical weapons, it doesn't matter that if we had an amazing Seaburn operator, we're all going to die because we're not going to get our fucking protective shit on fast enough.
Yeah, but you probably want someone on your side that's not from France dealing with the chemical weapons on your side to make sure you don't get hit with that.
Seaburn deals with the protective side of chemical weapons. It doesn't deal with actually the launch.
Yeah, you were fucked from the beginning then.
Yeah, but you're fucked no matter what. Like, there's nothing the Seaburn can do to actually save you if they actually decide to hit you with a nerve gas. You die too fast. Your body seizes up, it paralyzes. You go into a seizure, and then your heart and lungs stop working within a minute.
So your answer to that was a lot of Frenchmen. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
It doesn't. But on to the fucking point. He compared it to how like because it's like almost unintelligible, kind of like how a Scot is to us.
That's what he was
Like
saying.
Irish.
The Quebec accent was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's comparing it to,
exactly.
like, the Irish or something. Like, you know how when you hear like an Irish on a podcast, and they're like almost unintelligible. You can make it out, but you actually have to think.
Yeah.
He was comparing the Quebecese to that.
Yeah, it's the same thing that the fucking guy said to me. He's like, it's such backwater slang. It's like if we were all fucking our ancestors and it was like Alabama, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't understand that Canada and,
he probably didn't
and
understand
America
that.
were separate.
Yeah. Well, it's probably like not hard to understand. Like Southern has the stereotype with backwater, but also Southern is decently easy to understand in my opinion. Like it's not exactly they talk slow and shit, you know? Like Irish to me is like the hardest to understand.
Yeah, I agree.
Of the English accent.
Well, actually, I have a hard time with like any European accent, to be honest.
Well, it's understandable for like French and German or so forth. They're not speaking.
Yeah, but even in English, and I'm Canadian, and like my background is Welsh and Irish, and I cannot understand any of it.
I don't have problems with Australian, New Zealand, English, Welsh.
Fuck, man, I do.
Any of those. I do have a bit of problems with Scottish, but not too bad, and I have a really bad problem with Irish. Irish is by far the hardest. CJ, what do you find the hardest? English accent. So not like a French dude trying to learn English, but actual someone whose native language is English.
Oh, like there's certain... It's not... Maybe, like, one of the cities?
What do you mean cities? What are you talking about?
She means Ebonics.
Yeah, there's...
Inner city, like, speak. That's just slang, though. That's not their accent. That's them talking.
Someone that isn't from America but speaks English, what do you find the hardest to understand?
Yeah. Don't do it. Do you find like Canadian, New Zealand?
Canadian? What do you mean, buddy? You took our jobs.
Hurry, South Park. But anyways,
That's a good question. I don't actually know.
I would find I find Irish the hardest.
Mine's Irish. I think, man, I have a really hard time with people from Australia.
Australia just feels like they're just slightly harder Floridians, you know.
Floridians?
They're Floridians. they're just Florida man where everything's poisonous too, you know.
Well, that's true.
In Florida, everything wants to kill you, but like.
But in Australia, everything wants to
dangerous.
kill you times 10.
Yeah.
The fucking gator on the highway wanted to kill us.
No. You're calling them wrong. They're swamp puppies.
It's with a swamp puppy.
They're just little swamp puppies.
Can climb trees and fences.
It's just swamp puppies.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Also, they taught us when I was a kid. They taught us in school that if you see a gator, you should run zigzag. Because they can't see you correctly.
You should run zigzag. Are you running from bullets or what?
This is incorrect.
Are you running from a school shooting or a gator?
No, we were
Don't run
when I
with
was
a
a
sc-
kid.
from like that with a school shooting. It's very easy to shoot someone running zigzag.
It's better than running straight.
I would run at them and try and beat them to death with their own fucking weapon. But you know, and if enough people do that, they'll eventually get beat to death.
Enough people, but everyone's got a plan till they don't.
And for the
Well,
guys
I
with the
mean,
knife-
my actual plan would just be to draw my gun that I always carry on me. But you know,
Yeah, but you're not in an elementary school full of elementary school kids.
this is true. But you know, if they came to my college, that'd be a different story.
Man, I hope they do go to your college. No, I don't hope they do.
I would be very.
I hope they don't, but I'm saying if they do, I hope they go to your college so they can fucking be taken out
I would be quite
before
happy.
any damage happens.
I was starting to wonder. if
I
we'd be
would
face
be
to
quite
face.
happy.
Welcome to
Hopefully, I
House
have my
Place.
revolver.
My name is
That would be.
Henry
I'm a
Hale.
very good
But
shot
of
with my
course you
revolver,
know
but I
that,
might have my
and
9
so
mil.
much more after stealing my record.
Not gonna have your goalie stick?
No. My goalie stick is. I'm not a Canadian who has to use my hockey sticks for self-defense.
But it's not only for self-defense; it's also just for getting around. Like in the winter, all the roads freeze, so we have to use it to push and
They're
everything.
definitely useful for that. But they're not my main. Like that's a
I'm
backup
fool.
of the backup. Like that's when my
I hear
ankle
you've been
revolver.
looking
But you carry it around
Listen,
with you, right?
Tell me,
It's only in my
did
car.
you come
I
all the
keep
way
it.
from Drome
Keep it in your
to
car,
Dallas?
but you don't bring it with you to
Yeah.
class.
When we
Not
heard you were
always.
That seems
You know?
dangerous. That seems like you're leaving yourself unprotected.
to prepare a
I
traditional wrist
mean,
weapon.
I got guns.
Yeah, but you have maple syrup bombs, right? Like like maple syrup grenades, kind of thing.
No, sorry. In America, we just do normal IEDs. We don't use maple syrup in our IEDs.
Wow, that seems violent.
I mean, what do you expect from US, bro?
Honestly, I didn't know.
the bare minimum.
Yeah,
The bare
Not
minimum.
below that.
I personally go to school with my bulletproof vest on and my my $5,000 rifle.
Well, school is the most
used to-
dangerous place to be in America.
Well, it's because it's a gun-free zone, you know. 'Cause
Is
I
it?
can't actually. Yeah. Schools are
Why
gun-free
don't
zones.
I show you a traditional imperial?
Tell that to the people shooting them up.
Show you how to
Well, yeah, that's the problem. You see.
That is the
There was
problem.
Actually, last week there was a case of it was one of those hardened southern schools that had like those like reinforced doors. A school shooter tried to get in, they just locked the doors and he couldn't get in. Like just last week, I forget which state it was. It was fucking hilarious. He spent like 5 minutes trying to fucking get in, and then just got fucking arrested by the police.
Well, I mean that's a happy ending compared to
Oh, it's a
what
very
we usually hear.
Well, you don't fucking hear about that. That's the problem. Like that happens decently often. I hear about it because I'm into a bunch of 2A like gun guys, and every time a school shooter gets popped by
Yeah, but here's the thing: like
gun.
here in Canada, like we don't get the school shooters like there. Like there was a meme going around in Canada where like, hey, what's the like? Don't go out. It's the most dangerous place to be. Like it was like a Ukraine kind of joke. Like don't go outside. You get bombed. And then there was like a meme of like Canadians going out like I'm going to my American school.
I mean, true, but
And then it came up was like dumb ways to die.
yeah, but I mean, also you don't get those murderers who can go around. Yeah, but I mean, also you don't get those murderers who can go around